My name is Ashley Robinson. This is from my Communications 101 class. And this is my speech on showing you how to demonstrate something. I'm going to demonstrate on how to make a fleece blanket. Have you ever wondered how people make blankets without sewing? I used to want to make blankets all the time, but I didn't know how to sew. So when I found out I could make a blanket without sewing, I was very happy, and it's called a no-sew fleece blanket. I'm going to explain you step-by-step procedures on how to make it. Now before you start, you have to have 2 coordinating fleece blankets, any size, usually ranging from 1 yard to 2 yards, and any color you want. You also need scissors, and you'll need a ruler, but I've done so many that I don't usually use a ruler anymore. You will start out by laying the fleece wrong sides together. One side that you want and the other side that you want facing the outside. And then you can pin them together to keep them together if you want, but usually they don't move for me, so I don't usually pin them together. I've never had a problem with that. After you have matched them up, you'll cut a 4-inch square on each corner, which I've already done to save some time. And then you can throw that away. After you have measured and cut those, you will measure 4 inches deep and 1 inch apart, which I've done on this side already, but I will go ahead and show you a little bit. Make sure they're at least 1 inch apart and 4 inches deep, and that you have good scissors. I'll just cut a couple of them just to demonstrate. The cutting is what takes the longest, I think. Then you will cut all the way around every edge. After you have cut it, you'll take one side in the front and one side from the back, and you will tie knots in them. And then you will tie another knot just to make sure it's tight, because if you don't, when you wash and dry it, it will come undone, and then you'll have to redo it all over again. And make sure you don't pull too tight, because it is stretchy. And you'll keep doing this till you get all of the things that you've cut tied together. Now most people will tie one, skip one, tie one, skip one, then flip it over and do it over again. That way neither side looks like the front and the other side don't look like the back. But if you want one side to look like the front, then you will just tie one by one all the way around, either way you want. It don't matter to me, so I just tie them all at once. Now some extra information. To make the knots look better and even, tie every other one around the blanket. And to remember that it is stretchy, so when you pull, don't pull too tight, or you'll pull it from this edge too, and they won't be even lined up. That's why a lot of people pin it so it won't stretch. If you follow these directions and steps, then you should do great. The no-sew fleece blanket will also look great. Now, it depends on the size that you want. If you want a baby's blanket, you usually will buy a fabric that's 1 yard by 1.5. If you want a child's blanket, you usually get about 2 yards. But the bigger blankets, I think, is the better. So I usually try to buy between 2 to 3 yards, but they take longer. My blankets that I usually buy usually take me about 2 to 3 hours. Now, if you take a slow time cutting and tying, it'll take you longer. And if you have a bigger blanket, it will also take you a lot longer. Well, that's the step-by-step procedure, and I hope that you enjoy making them as much as I did. Thank you for sitting through the steps and directions. I hope you enjoy making the no-sew blanket as much as I do.